Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a review of the giant Eggman Robot battle set, which I picked up today at Target. It's the first time I ever went to a Target and they actually had the new release Sonic figures. I'm guessing that the price tag of $48.99 is keeping away the casuals who would just grab all the Sonic stuff off the shelves as soon as they put them up. Yeah, the store still had all three of them in stock. I'm assuming they come through to a case because that completely filled the shelf. This is a huge box set. There's my hand, my grown-up man hand, just for comparison. Although, I do have pretty small hands for a man my size, but, you know, I am a delicate artist. I make precision things. My hands are perfect for that task. Okay, so the window box is quite glorious, showing off the figure inside, along with a little balled up Sonic. It's kind of cool. Got the cool Sonic picture of Sonic running. I love how it's classic Sonic in the box, but still modern Sonic on it. You got the 30th anniversary logo in the corner, along with a picture of the exploding gimmick. The top of the box features that very cool Sonic the Hedgehog 30th anniversary logo. And the side features a very nice picture of Sonic in the ring. The opposite side shows off more stuff about how the gimmick works, like you can use a little launcher to launch the Sonic, and, you know, the exploding thing. And in the back of the box, once again, shows off the explosion gimmick, as well as the firing missile hands, and the other cool stuff that this thing does. Along with, down in the corner, you get a quick preview of the next wave of 2.5-inch figures, which apparently includes a re-release of the Green Hill playset, but also our first look at the next wave of 2.5-inch figures, which is going to include silver. And yes, I did find out that the wave after the Amy Rose wave is going to have silver in the 4-inch line. So we are going to get a 4-inch silver. Now, are we going to get a 4-inch Blaze in the next wave to go with him? I don't know, but I really hope so. So, yeah, get hyped, folks. Alright, so I have not taken this guy out of the box yet, but I am going to do so right now, so we can all experience this together. And here is the Death Egg Robot taken out of the packaging. So we got a big old action figure of the Death Egg Robot. I believe for context's sake, this actually resembles the Death Egg Robot based on its appearance in Sonic Mania, which does make sense since Sonic Mania is the more recent game that kids would be more familiar with. But, of course, since Sonic Mania itself was homaging the way that the thing looked in the original Sonic 2 game, it still kind of works out for the nostalgia crowd as well. And, this figure does do an impressive job of being a big thing, which we will get into later. But for now, let's actually show off the stuff. Yeah, let's start with that. All right. So first off, we have this little catapult thingy. It comes with the rolled up Sonic. I kind of like the fact that we have a Sonic all rolled up. That looks pretty cool. So he stands like this is be Sonic using the crouch, like right before he goes into a spin dash. And like making an action figure of Sonic articulated enough to actually do this would be pretty darn hard. Like I don't even know how you would build the hips to be able to do that. So I'm actually happy for once to have a pre-assumed pose figure, at least for this pose. And he comes with this little catapult for launching. Oh, by the way, this one is a little bit soft and squishy. He's like been cast out of a fairly stiff rubber. It's not completely gummy, but it is significantly softer than the standard action figure plastic. I'm guessing that's because this is meant to be thrown around, and I don't want people to throw around a hard little rock. And it comes with this catapult, which it looks like it has some big complicated thing, but really it's just made out of a softer plastic. Not quite as soft as this plastic, but, you know, soft enough. So you're supposed to put Sonic into the catapult thingy and then just kind of launch. Yeah, we'll get into the gimmick on the Death Egg Robot in a bit. First, we want to show off the Death Egg Robot as a big old action figure. So, yeah, dude's pretty huge. He's a big guy. He has a swiveling neck. It's kind of weird the way his head turns without his teeth. It does not seem to open up. Can it open? No, it doesn't open. The antennas are made out of a soft material so kids don't accidentally snap them off. The back has this backpack. It's not attached in the box. You have to just kind of clip it into place. And it has these two little levers that you push down. And you got flame. So now, you know, he's ready to use his jetpack to jump. So yeah, that's the jetpack. And his arms, they go all around. They have outward posability. This thingy, like, I feel like the hinge shouldn't be attached here. It should be attached here, you know, like to get it up. And then he has an elbow, which gets a 90-degree bend. And that's it for the arms. The legs are able to go outwards. That's gonna, yeah, you're gonna hear how this colors my opinion of the toy later. So yeah, you can put the leg out, and it can go forward, although that does look really weird. That it's the angle they're attached. He has a knee, but look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Okay, this is the knee straight. That is the knee bent. It, like, there's barely any posability in that leg at all. And in case you haven't noticed, the legs are kind of splayed out at a 45-degree angle, a 90-degree angle from each other actually. So, like, I don't know, like, I never really thought that the Death Egg Robot should be pigeon-toed. I felt like its feet should be parallel to each other, given the way that it moves in the games. So, like, it's kind of weird and off-putting that it's standing so weird like that. And, like, if it had a swivel at that knee point, at that knee joint, that would have been great. Like, the swivel could have gone right here. Right here, they could have put a swivel, but they didn't. So, I'm a little bit disappointed with the thing's posability, especially because I'm sure you've seen by now, those shoulders are not posable at all. There is no friction in the shoulder joint. There's friction in the outward part of the shoulder joint, but there's nothing for the forward and back. So you can't actually have him standing with his hands ready to fire, because they just slump. You can't have him raising his arms triumphantly or menacingly, because they'll just slump if they don't just outright pop out. This figure cannot pose. Like, it is pointless for display. He just stands there with his arms limply at his sides. He does have this cool little missile firing hand. You know, it's pretty interesting. On the box, they show that only, like, the fingers launch out, but on the actual toy, like, the yellow part of the hand also launches. I found that kind of amusing. Reminds me of, when Andrew Strappers and I made a collaborative Death Egg Robot between the two of us, he included a gimmick where the whole forearm would launch out like a missile. So, you know, I helped finish and perfect that figure, but including that arm-firing gimmick was his idea. So, props to Andrew Strappers, wherever he is right now. And, yeah. But, yeah, like, this thing, it is so disappointing that it's useless for display purpose. You can't pose it. That's terrible. Although, like, the reason why he sacrifices posability is for his gimmick. Aside from the hand launching gimmick, the other big thing about it is this. One hit, you get a crack. 2 hits, you get a bigger crack. On the 3rd hit, he breaks apart. That's kind of cool. Like, okay, that is how the Death Egg Robot is defeated in some games. Like, you just see it fall off of its own leg base. So, you know, like, you get to see the thing Monty Python. Like, alright, we'll call it a draw. But, I kind of don't like how you basically completely sacrifice posability in the shoulders for the sake of this stupid gimmick. And then, of course, there's a spring. You just kind of wind it back. There's a little gear here where you can get like a fingernail in to hold on to it to make sure it doesn't snap back on you. But yeah, I appreciate that he has this cool explodey gimmick and that they actually incorporated a battle damage feature into the front armor. Just a moment, I gotta recover those arms. Also, I should have given a trigger warning for like people who collect toys and don't want them to get damaged. Like, to see the arms just fly off like that, fall off the table, and then drop 2.5 feet to the floor where they could get scuffed and damaged, like, that hurts my soul. Like, if I'm gonna be using that gimmick, like, I would use it on a bed or some other soft place. Like, play with this thing in a place where you have carpeting. Like, if you have hard tile floors, please don't be careless with it. That, like, my soul is still on fire for seeing those arms violently fall off my table. I was hoping they would just kind of fall out to the side. But yeah, like, I would rather have sacrificed the explodey gimmick if they could have instead improved the posability of the arms and legs. Because as it stands, that's pretty much it. He stands. And that's sad. Okay, so we've seen everything that this toy can do except for one minor thing. Let us get out that little catapult and see if I can actually launch Sonic into the thing's chest. That is exactly how Wile E. Coyote did it. like he tries to fire himself out of the catapult to catch the Roadrunner, but instead like the catapult's base launches backwards on him. Okay, so with a proper brace, too low. Okay, put a little bit more power in that. Ooh, okay, it hit, but it hit too low. So a little closer. Aha! I had succeeded in getting the little scuff. Yeah. Okay, so that works, and this I'm okay with kind of throwing around because, like I said, it's soft rubber. It's a little bouncy and springy, so I'm not too worried about it all breaking up apart on itself. Okay, it is comparison time. We gotta put the Death Egg Robot up against a whole bunch of stuff that you would want to put the Death Egg Robot up against. So we have the classic Eggman, which I think this kind of works. Like, you could plausibly see him sitting down inside of this thing's head. Like if the head were to open up, like he would be visible, like his head and shoulders, and assuming he was sitting down, then there would be room for him in there. So even though there's no cockpit, this could plausibly go inside there. Although if you look, the little Sonic that this set comes with is smaller in scale than the classic Sonic figure. So that does imply that everybody is a little bit overscaled for this. But it does look pretty good with the Death Egg Robot Mecha Sonic. So the Death Egg Mecha Sonic does look pretty good. It comes out about to the robot's knee, which does seem like a pretty appropriate scale for this kind of thing, so I'm not going to fault that. That's a good size for this thing to be next to the Death Egg version of Mecha Sonic. So I guess these two would display well next to each other. Only problem is that when you remember just how good this thing's posability actually is, it kind of makes you resent the lack of good posability on the Death Egg Robot itself, because, you know, can't pose it. So as far as I can say, the gimmick is functional and it works great, but I do not appreciate how we had to sacrifice its action figuriness. I was hoping that it would still be a good action figure even with that gimmick. But unfortunately, this is one of those toys that is compromised by a gimmick. And I really hate to have to say that. Now, I have got comments from people in my other videos, some which have nothing to do with Sonic and the Jakks specific toy line, asking me to do a side-by-side review between this and my custom Death Egg robots, which I will be happy to do. The only problem is that after all these years sitting on my display shelf, my Death Egg robot has fallen into a state of disrepair. I believe the Super Sculpey that I use had some negative reactions with the plastic that the Lego parts were made out of. But fear not, I'm already in the process of repairing my original Death Egg robot, and it will be ready hopefully by tomorrow. So we will have some nice side-by-side comparisons with this thing to show off, you know, the stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. But for now, Wake Angel 2001 is signing off.